Okay. Good morning, everyone. From Japan time. Prof. Watada, are you there? Prof. Watada?
Yes.
Yeah, we are going to start a preliminary talk, which will be given by Prof. Sardar.
Okay.
So you will chair this session.
Have some role. This is who is the chair?
Prof. Watada is the chair.
Oh, really? Next one, right?
Okay.
It's a preliminary talk 7.
Okay. So 10 minutes?
We are going to start right now.
Okay. Okay.
So can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I start. Should I start?
Waiting for a moment. I show the document. Okay, anytime I can start.
Okay, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, greetings from Melbourne, Australia.
May I introduce you first?
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
So the title is, this is a plenary talk. Title is Game Theory, Mathematics, and Artificial Intelligence. So the mathematical modeling and applications in different disciplines by Professor Sardar Islam. And I would like to introduce shortly this plenary is spent 30 minutes. So the Professor Sardar Islam is belonging ISILC and Director of Decision Sciences and Modeling Program, Victoria University, Australia. He is a distinguished visiting professor of artificial intelligence, UNSCI, and distinguished visiting professor AURAK, and so on and so forth. He has various work experiences, but main achievement of his are the Professor Sardar has undertaken rigorous scientific studies of emerging issues of different disciplines. So he will talk some of his experiences, and he published many papers and books, 31 the books, and the 250 articles. And I'd like to expect his recent achievement in his talk. Thank you very much to joining us, Professor Sardar. So welcome you. Thank you. Please start.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Again, greetings from Melbourne, Australia. So as you know, my topic is game theory, mathematics, and artificial intelligence, and the modeling and applications in different disciplines. My structure of my talk is given here. First part is that there will be 5 parts of my presentation. First, I will talk game theory, mathematics side, and then next briefly tell about artificial intelligence, and then their interrelationships. Relationships between game theory and artificial intelligence, and then how do we develop game theory models for artificial intelligent agents, and then I will also discuss applications in different disciplines of the game theory models developed based on artificial intelligence. So in the game theory basics, I will start with the discussion what is multi-agent system, because multi-agent systems are the basis of game theory models. Then I will discuss some mathematical aspects of game theory, like modeling, algorithms, and computer programming. And then I will also discuss briefly how to develop a game, so game design or mechanism design, and show a game theory mathematical model. Then I will discuss what is artificial intelligence and how does it work, and the emergence of artificial intelligence and what are their benefits and risks, and then development of game theory models for artificial intelligent agents. How do you develop different game theory models for artificial intelligent agents? Then what are the application summary form, all these game theory models for artificial intelligence, what are their application? I will discuss that also briefly, and then the issue of managing these recent developments, that we will also discuss briefly. So this is the structure of my talk, and the first thing is the relationship between game theory and artificial intelligence. You know, we know many artificial intelligent agents like robots, drone, self-driving cars. So all those artificial intelligent agents, they have some game theoretic foundations, because there are needs for cooperation and coordination among different robots, different drones, and different cars. So how do we do that? Cooperation, coordination, decision making of different artificial intelligent agents. So those are done on the basis of game theory model. So game theory models are being developed for strategy formulation for different artificial intelligence in the areas of robots, computer, machines, and so on. And on the other hand, the artificial intelligence is used to compute or developing algorithm for game theory models and numerically implementing and applying game theory models in real life situation, artificial intelligence is used, especially computational intelligence, such as artificial neural networks, search algorithm, and colony optimization, and so on. So these are the relationship. Both artificial intelligence uses game theory, and game theory also uses artificial intelligence. So there are simultaneous dependence among these two phenomena, two concepts. So game theory basics. So I am hoping that most of our audience participants will know game theory, but I'll just briefly discuss the what is game theory. But to understand game theory, some of the basic aspects of game theory that somebody needs to know are the following, like different forms of games and how to do different mathematical modeling for different forms of game, and what are the elements of game theory, and different dimensions of game theory like mathematics and intuition, and some well-known games and their mathematical forms, and different solution algorithms, and application of game theory in almost all areas of human living and all human activities, in academic research, but also practices in almost all areas in life. So these are the different aspects of game theory that are relevant for our presentation, but also relevant for our discussion. So the game theory, the background is coming from multi-agent systems. Multi-agent systems mean a system where there are several agents existing, like most of the systems, in the society, in the economy, there are multi-agents. For example, a university or a company or a country and organization, they are all multi-agent system. Many agents are involved in the organization or the system. So these are quite widely spread in artificial intelligence and computer science also. So the pioneering work in this area has been done, Harwich and Stiglitz and so on. And the background of game theory is that this the game theory deals with or game theory models multi-agent systems. And the game theory is a mathematical presentation of multi-agent systems. But then why we need game theory? Because these multi-agent systems have different problems most of the time, or always, like information is imperfect among different agents. There is a lack of incentives to cooperate, coordinate among different agents. There are agency problems of conflict among different agents, self-interest, information asymmetry, and the different agents may have different culture, institution, beliefs, and so on. So these are the typical problems of multi-agent system. Therefore, and these sort of problems exist in many areas, almost all areas of life and human activities. And to solve this problem, to analyze this problem, and to model this problem, we use game theory. So with this background, what we need to design some mechanisms that can solve all these problems. So we design. So therefore, we need to design mechanisms, or we design to different games, so that can solve these problems through some algorithms, program, and so on. So briefly, game theory, game is strategies, diplomacy, actions, plans, tricks But in the past, traditionally game theory was for human being, but the application or development of game theory models now are being applied or extended to artificial intelligence agents such as robots, drones, machines, computers, and so on. So that is the topic of our discussion today. We are not talking about game theory for human being or natural agents. We are talking about game theory for artificial intelligent agents such as robots, drones, machine, computers, and so on. So game theory generally is a mathematical study of strategic interdependent interactions among negotiation, conflict resolution, cooperation in a multi-agent system for optimal decision-making, strategy formulation, or taking an action or doing some task. There are different elements of game theory, like game theory, there should be different agents, there should be the strategies are independent, there will be some rules of games, and the rules when there are strategies undertaken, following the rules of games, there will be some payoffs, and the payoffs will give some values, and the values will help to decide making decision or performing tasks, and generally that is done through developing some algorithm and computer program that gives us some outcome, strategies or AI platform. And there can be different forms of game theory, and so as I said, the role of game theory, the game theory plays an important role in artificial intelligence because many of the artificial intelligence systems are also multi-agent. There are different agents in artificial intelligence also. Therefore, to model, to understand, and then make decision and task in an artificial intelligence system, we need game theory. So other well-known mathematical games, so typically we can represent a game theory model or mechanism design model like this. So now how we discuss how the game theory can play an important role in artificial intelligence area. So what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is a computer program developed on the basis of a mathematical model, algorithm, computer software that helps machine to work like human being, to perform tasks, think, understand, feel, and sense. So you can see artificial intelligence is a computer program, and to develop that program, we need a mathematical model, algorithm, and computer software. And this mathematical model is given by game theory model. So game theory, so artificial intelligence or a computer program for artificial intelligence can be based on game theory model, so that this artificial intelligence game theory model can perform tasks, think, understand, feel, and sense, and so on. So it's a combined use of mathematics, computer program, hardware, then we get an artificial intelligence, like it's a similar like a human intelligence. And this computer program makes machines, computer automatic, efficient for doing things. There are many benefits of artificial intelligence. It increases productivity, convenience, supports all areas of life and living, but it has also some disastrous risks and uncertainties for making large-scale unemployment, digital divide among people and nations, technological accidents. There are fear of robots overtaking human being, autonomous weapons, social unrest, accidents, privacy issues, and so on. So the summary form, artificial intelligence is the most significant challenge that human beings have faced so far. And there are many benefits, but there are many risks. So this is a very controversial topic, and the benefits are very high, but the risks are also very high, and there are different views what will do artificial intelligence to human beings and to the world. There are experts think that artificial intelligence may one day extinct human being. You know, experts like physicists, there are many people believe like that. So the argument of this presentation is that, so to avoid this problem, we need to develop humane or prudent friendly artificial intelligence systems that will not destroy human being or the world, so human being can exist in this world. And to do that, the argument of this presentation that we need to develop game theory models to manage the development of artificial intelligence. But meanwhile, we'll just say what are the we have seen artificial intelligence is a computer program based on mathematical models. So these mathematical models can be different forms, like normal operation research optimization models, but these mathematical models can be also game theory models. So there are now many applications or development of artificial intelligence based on game theory models. So what we do in this application of artificial intelligence and game theory, like we develop game theory models for multi-agent artificial intelligence in real life, like interactive robots, drones, transports, manufacturing, computer programs. So now there are game theory models for this sort of artificial intelligence agents. So essentially what we do, we develop a computer program and technologies and the internet and artificial intelligence and that are based on game theory mathematical models. Essentially what we do, we develop a computer program, and that a computer chip with that program we plug in either computer or in robots and drones and other manufacturing tools, so that they can operate on the basis of game theory principles. And these are being now used in many areas of economic and human activities. These game theory models of artificial intelligence are now being used manufacturing, designing different activities, production, operations, uses, and for integration, coordination, and management of different activities. Why we develop this sort of game theory models for artificial intelligence? Because these game theory models of artificial intelligence help to make things automated. They make different artificial intelligent agents to cooperate, coordinate, and things become fast, safe, and coordinated, and it can be also environmentally sustainable, comfortable, and convenient. Of this game theory multi-agent, game theory based multi-agents have many benefits, many operations, many activities. So this is an example, the simple form. I don't have time to explain everything in detail. That for cyber security, we can develop a game theory model of this form. So this is this is a artificial intelligence model, because this model can decide, what sort of action a computer manager, cyber security manager will take in response to the expected actions by the hackers. So this we can develop a game theory model like that. So this is a game theory model for cyber security artificial intelligence systems. So we can develop a game theory model like this, and for the cyber security game, we can develop a mathematical model of this form and can develop an algorithm to solve it and develop say computer programs such as Python, and then we can deploy it, and this mathematical model will automate the process of responding to possible cyber security threats. So the cyber security manager does not have to do manually take any action, but the computer will do it for him automatically, because we have developed the computer platform or portal that has this game theory model and algorithm and programmed. So it has become an artificial intelligence that can react or take decision or take actions to solve possible threats from the hackers. And there are different algorithms for game theory models for artificial intelligence, and depending on what is the game theory, what type of game theory a modeler can develop or programmer can choose a particular type of game theory algorithm to implement the game theory model for artificial intelligence. There are different computer programs. Some of the important ones are given, but now the Python program is becoming very useful for modeling, computing, and developing artificial intelligence systems based on game theory. And so, what is the outcome when we have developed a game theory model for artificial intelligence? So, what will be our outcomes? So, the outcomes are that we have developed some multi-agent intelligent agents or systems or artificial agents for formulating strategies among different agents, make interactive decision among different agents, and take actions. So if agent 1 is taking one action, then agent B take which action. So these are the sort of things can be performed by this sort of multi-agent systems, that artificial intelligence system that we have developed by these game theory models. And this sort of multi-agent systems or game theory models can perform different tasks, and the purposes of doing this sort of models are to cooperate, coordinate, share information, and do joint tasks and so on. So in we know that there are different there are different artificial intelligent agents in many environments, like there are many robots. So how do we develop robots perform tasks? Like in an industry, there are some robots, they carry some goods, some robots they transport some goods, some robots they can perform other tasks. So how do we make cooperation or coordination among their activities? So these game theory models that we have developed for artificial intelligence that can help to different robots to cooperate, coordinate, and take coordinated actions for performing different decisions and tasks. So these are the outcome of this sort of game theory models for artificial intelligence. There are many applications of this sort of game theory models in almost all areas of life. for doing academic or research work or practices in real life or operations in manufacturing, in the economy, transport, in all areas of life. And these applications are almost everywhere in the world, in computer science, corporate management, corporate governance, in economics, engineering, law, politics, psychology, sociology, biology, war, finance, and business, relationship, marriage, divorce, legal settlement, and so on. So, so for developing and managing artificial intelligence agents based on game theory models game theory models and algorithms and platform in all or many areas of human life. So the applications are very widespread, and there are some more detailed application of this sort of game theory models for artificial intelligence in computer science area, particularly such as cyber security, internet trafficking, design, search engine, grid computing, social media analytics, robots operation and interaction, and so on. So I will not go into detail of this discussion. So these are the continuation of the application of these game theory models in computer science and other areas of life. And then the final topic is, as we have said, that there are many serious, dangerous risks of artificial intelligence, and these are not stories. You know, many scientists, famous scientists and experts in the field, like Professor Stephen Hawking, that sort of physics professor, they are all concerned about the emergence of artificial intelligence, their development and deployment and uses. So the issue has been, because of the emergence of artificial intelligence, what is our future? There are different views. Some people think optimistic, they think human being will survive. Some people think there are very risks. There is a chance that human beings may extinct, disappear from the world. But everybody agrees that there are serious risks, and we need to manage the development of artificial intelligence and their applications in different areas, all areas of human being. So how can we, so we need to develop, we need to have a prudent, human-centric artificial intelligence development, programming, application, and deployment. And how to do that? The topic of the argument of the presentation of this presentation is that can be also done on the basis of game theory, on the basis of game theory, because we have discussed that the game theory is the best framework for managing multi-agent systems, because the game theory helps to develop strategies, actions that can resolve conflicts and give incentive to cooperate and reduce information asymmetry, producing better system, better organization, better country, better world. Because of this role of game theory is so important, therefore, many people get Nobel Prize for their work in game theory almost every year nowadays. So the argument is that if we adopt game theory strategies, mathematics, and intuition to develop artificial intelligence, to deploy artificial intelligence, and use artificial intelligence by individuals, by nations, by countries, by companies, by the world collectively, then there is a hope that we can develop human-friendly artificial intelligence, and that may save mankind and the world. So that is the conclusion of my presentation. And this presentation is based on different references. These are some of the references, and I have many publications. In generally, I have authored 31. I have published 31 research books and about 200 articles, and many of my publications are also in this area. If somebody is interested to have my publication in this area, can send me an email. I will share my publications for their interest. And if somebody has, as I said, in this presentation, I have covered two most important topics for human being in the current world, for human existence so far. One is the artificial intelligence, and second is the game theory paradigm. So combine these two areas is probably the most important topic or phenomena or paradigm for human being to discuss, to understand, and take actions and apply in their work and profession and so on. Individually, this is a very good area for academic work and practical activities to save the mankind and human being and also the world. And I am, happy to, cooperate, collaborate, or support academic and practical or operational activities in this area. And this is my email address. I will appreciate your comments, questions, and then any proposal for collaborations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Sardar Islam. Very nice thoughts. We would like to accept some of the question and comment from audience. If you have any question and the comment, please hand up by using the reaction button. Please, Suramaniam, Professor Suramaniam, please go ask the question. Professor Suramaniam.
Thank you, Professor Watada. I just want to ask this question. Very nice presentation by Professor Sardar. I want to know the historical background of the game theoretic application in artificial intelligence. Who started it? Can you comment on that?
Okay, please, Professor Sardar Islam, should give some the idea from you?
Sorry, what was the question? Last question.
Am I audible?
Yes. Please repeat. Sorry, I couldn't understand.
Can you comment on the historical background of game theoretic application to AI? Who proposed it? Something like that. How was it introduced?
When in computer science area, many people in the world, they work in the area of game theory. The computer scientists, the artificial intelligence expert, they have different areas of interest and expertise. And game theory is one of the areas of interest and expertise in artificial intelligence for long period of time. Any standard textbook in artificial intelligence, they will have a one chapter or multiple chapters on game theory. For example, this book, it is a quite standard textbook on artificial intelligence. It has one exclusive chapter on game theory, but it has there are many sections of this book have referred to game theory. So this is a quite well-established field in artificial intelligence and game theory. So it's not really pioneered by one individual person. It has been developed collectively by many computer scientists. But the most important book in this area, if somebody wants to know, is this one, the red one, Shahom and Leighton Brown. You can see this book was published 2009. His name is Multi-Agent Systems, Game Theoretic, Algorithmic, Game Theoretic and Logical Foundation, published by Cambridge University Press. And this book is available in PDF form online.
Okay.
So this book is the most comprehensive book in this area.
Okay, thank you, Professor Sardar Islam. We have two more questions. So please, Professor Prakash, give your question.
So thank you, Professor Watada. Thanks, Professor Sardar, for the wonderful talk. This is my reflection. Actually, I'm just recollecting because I'm a great fan of, Kurt Gödel. So basically, Gödel incompleteness theorem, it's about almost 100 years back, almost about 80, 90 years back, telling exactly the world that we don't need to worry about AI taking over humans because of the way the finite state machines are constructed. So maybe what I can just reinterpret it is that, it's a malformed AI implementation, like a car without a steering wheel. It's not going to be of any use. So something like that. So in reality, if a malformed AI tools are implemented on something which is going to, then it's going to cause catastrophe. But again, probably I am against the principle, everybody, even like Stephen Hawking are talking that one day it's going to take the world. No, I don't think it's possible, because that's the fundamental of Gödel's incompleteness principle. Thank you.
Thank you very much. How about Professor Sardar Islam? Would you give the comment to his the talk?
It is, as I said, there are two views, there are optimistic. They think the artificial intelligence agents will not probably extinct human being, but as you know, there are very famous real scientists, including Stuart Hawking, Elon Musk, and they are also quite worried. And if somebody really knows the development of artificial intelligence, what it can do and can doing even currently, it is enormously confusing, enormously worrying. It's certainly true that the whole world we are living in a science fiction world. And possibly from especially people with physics knowledge will understand, how the nature system works, and it's a decomposition of atom and proton and so on. And then artificial intelligence virtually can do even, even it can create life itself, real life. So where it is going, as I said, nobody knows. That's my conclusion. We don't know what is our future. And many people will agree that. So it's certainly risky. We don't know what will happen.
Okay, thank you, Professor Sardar Islam. I have one question, not so big. So you have talked about the mathematical modeling and the applications of the how can I say, game theory and artificial intelligence. Game theory is written in mathematics, but as you remember, Professor Winston, Nobel laureate, classified a problem into structured, semi-structured or ill-structured and unstructured problems. So we know many real games were solved, but mathematically it is not easy to solve by using mathematics. but the meta heuristic go beyond mathematics. We expect to solve the model, such a problem using mathematics. How do you think about mathematical the present state comparing with the real problem of game solved by deep neural network? How do you think about this one? Do you have any comment, Professor Sardar Islam?
Yeah, no, that is an interesting question. This is a question from a mathematician. So this is an important question because, you know, as I have mentioned in my presentation, artificial intelligence is also used in solving game theory models.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence, you know, like many of the game theory model algorithms are based on artificial intelligence. And in the past, you know, now in the past, the game theory modeling was more analytical by hand, algebra, and so on. But now we have, as we know, the mathematicians know, now there is a discipline called algorithmic game theory or computational game theory.
Princeton expected artificial intelligence, machine learning can
Yes.
maybe will solve such the unsolvable or the semi-structured problem by using meta-heuristic instead of theoretical modeling. So we still expect the mathematical modeling ability to solve such a problem. Anyway, we exceeded 15 minutes already, so we would like to move to the next. Anyway, thank you very much, Professor Sardar Islam, for your nice talk and joining us today. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very good.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, we would like to move to the next plenary talk. Next is Professor Prakash Veral Agavan. The title is Broadcast Storm in Vehicular Ad Hoc Network.